Ex-con hired to clean up crime in New York. Yes, it is the Alligator News Roundup. Plus, Chinese manufacturer controls electric buses sold in foreign countries, and government-sponsored methane limiter kills livestock. Here we go.
Number 3. Newsweek. Who is Myson Linen? Ex-convict appointed by Zoran Mamdani.
I could have made up a story like this, but then you would quit reading the ANR. You come here for an entertaining and mildly Christian worldview on real news, not on fictional fantasies with no basis in reality. Alas, while this one seems more fantastical than real, it appears to be real in the Big Apple now. Incoming Mayor Zoran Mamdani has appointed a rap artist from the Bronx to help guide his new administration's Criminal Legal System Transition Committee. The rapper's name is Myson Linen, which conjures up unavoidable images of a hospital delivery room where the birth father is asked what name to put on the birth certificate. It sounds like a predictable SNL skit, but my son apparently is the name he was given when he was born. And really, who better to understand the criminal element in New York City than a felon who was himself behind bars? Mr. Lennon served 7 years of a 14-year sentence for armed robbery, twice, of taxi drivers. He has staunchly maintained his innocence and was in fact cleared of an assault charge, but found guilty of robbery, weapons possession, and possessing stolen property. Mr. Lennon is also an outspoken advocate for criminal justice reform, all of which the mayor-elect believes qualifies him to help improve public safety in the crime-ridden city. As Zoran Mamdani has become accustomed to saying, "We are building something different." Well, indeed we are.
Number 2. Breitbart. Tests find Chinese manufacturer can manipulate electric buses in Norway.
Seizing the electric vehicles will save our planet mantra, the city of Oslo has begun adding battery-powered buses to their fleet. Interestingly, after the acquisitions, they contracted with a consultant group from the University of Southeastern Norway to test security gaps. On the surface, that would maybe suggest they got some things in the product acquisition timeline in the wrong order. But I wasn't on the project, so I really wouldn't know. When results came in, the bus of European manufacturer revealed no concerns. The one from the Yutong Bus Company, however, was a different story. A spokesperson for the university summarized the results. The Chinese bus can be stopped, turned off, or receive software updates while in operation. He pointed out that the updates could be used to disable the bus entirely. It is also clear from the report that an agent accessing the bus's computer remotely, whether a manufacturer's representative or hacker, or both, or maybe it's the same person, would not be able to affect vehicle steering, but he could do lots of other things to manipulate the vehicle even while it was moving. That sounds not only counterintuitive, but downright dangerous. Long live the interconnected information revolution. Now explain it to me again. What exactly was wrong with the diesel model?
Number 1. The high wire. Farmers stop using mandated methane-reducing additive Borvera after cows drop dead in Denmark, Norway.
Based on a 2006 United Nations study called Livestock's Long Shadow, European cattle ranch operations in Denmark and Norway have been administering a feed additive to their herds in an effort to limit methane emissions. The now 20-year-old study appears to conclude that livestock methane emissions accounted for 30% of global climate warming. Or maybe, say other analysts, it was 18%. On closer examination, maybe it was only 3%. The actual number depends on lots of factors, including truck transportation and farm machinery utilized, and this article rapidly gets in the weeds about whether to include things like truck tailpipe emissions. But never mind the details, we have a planet to save. Unfortunately, administering the feed additive, which the U.S. Food and Drug Administration classifies as a drug rather than a simple addition to the diet, has caused numerous problems with about 15% of the cattle studied. Issues noted within 1 month of administering the supplement include high fevers, diarrhea, loss of appetite, bloat, lethargy, mastitis, miscarriages, and a 20 to 40% drop in milk yield. And that's just for the cows. No telling how the humans react when they eat the hamburger. At least one meat processor noted an objectionable odor from the freshly slaughtered carcass. This gives one pause. How quickly will global warming kill me as compared to consuming what gives every appearance of being rancid meat? The bovine additive is marketed as Bovaer, and its primary ingredient is something called 3-nitrooxypropanol. I have no idea whether this is healthy for cows or not, but an FDA data sheet requires that those who administer it must wear significant personal protective equipment. Says the FDA, Bovaer consists of components of unknown acute oral or dermal toxicity. Just what I was hoping for at my next Kansas City strip steak. Okay, well, look, that's probably enough said for this week. If you are as busy as I am in the run-up to Christmas, you may appreciate a foreshortened Alligator News Roundup for Friday, December 12, 2025. Enjoy the holiday parties, which you are busy trying to shoehorn into your overpacked schedule. Ask yourself, will someone be offended if I don't do that party? And if they are, will it really matter? Relax and try to enjoy the weekend, which will not be long enough to get everything done that needs doing. See you next time.
Thanks for joining the Alligator News Roundup. Share the episode with that one friend of yours who takes the news entirely too seriously. Join us again next week.